let's ride. Unified leadership. Light the flame, turn it up loud, remember the name. Unified leadership. Power and pride, we don't just talk, we testify. Unified leadership. Heart and grind, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, purpose and rhythm, perfectly timed. Bass hit heavy, crowd on sway. Culture clay, truth and play. Sifu Rafael, calm control, leaders in sync. Hearts of gold, focus sharp, the mission clear. Every step forward, silence the fear. Discipline, dripping, confidence, how we move together, we amplify. Who we are, unified. What we lead, unified. Stand tall, unified. Every time, unified leadership. Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar. Raise that bar, leaders in rhythm, born to spar. Steady and true, the sound of the few that follow new. Strong alive, this is the beat where leaders thrive. Unified leadership.
Unified leadership. Unified leadership. That's classic, man. Every time, Sifu, that man, you overdid yourself on that one, brother. Like straight up, man.
We did this together, man. You know.
Hey, you're right. You're right. You're definitely right. But I know you was the mastermind behind that board, and being a producer myself, making beats and sitting in here listening to old records from the 70s and the 60s and 45s. I know, brother. You felt the vibe. And then when you sent it, you was like, what do you think about this one, T.O.? I was like, man, that's it. Like, some of the other ones was really hot too, but that one is special, bro. I love it, man. How you doing this morning, brother?
Exceptional. Getting better every day. You know how it goes. If we don't claim who we are every morning, then somebody else will claim us, and then they'll tell the wrong story.
Yes.
So we have to tell our own stories every day by our actions and how we do what we do. This is what unified leadership is. Who are you? And then today's topic I love because it's cast a vision, lead the future. Because casting the vision as a leader, that's important. And we need to do that every single day.
Yes, man. I heard yesterday on the way to grab something to eat with my sons. I was the artist. His name is Jay Electronica. He's one of my favorite. He's from New Orleans originally. Left New Orleans broke and just started, trying to figure out how to get to New York City. His story's kind of the same as Kanye West. Only difference is Kanye's mother had resources to help him get to New York to start shopping his music. He meets Jay-Z, and then voila, there we are, all these years later. Jay Electronica was different. He was homeless. He's stopping in city to city, and next thing you know, Sifu, he's in New York. He's got this long New Orleans Southern drawl and rhyme skills and patterns. Amazing. The boy is a poet. Let's just face it. I was listening to him, riding with my sons to get some food, and a song came on, and I could tell it was an older song, and it was actually a snippet of Stevie Wonder singing on the Soul Train show. You remember Soul Train?
Oh, yeah, I remember Soul Train.
Yeah, yes. Don Cornelius, with the microphone, Soul Train. Well, it was improv. Stevie Wonder, he's improv and just singing about Soul Train and what it feels in his spirit musically and all of that. And Jay Electronica took the snippet of that, as the intro to this song. And my oldest son said, that sounds like the guy with the braids that is blind. And I said, what is his name? And my oldest son, he's in the passenger seat. He's like, he's trying to figure it out, Sifu. And my youngest son's in the back. He's on his little game device. He says, Stevie Wonder. How do you not know that? Stevie Wonder. He's like he's the only artist that is blind that knows how to play the piano. And I said, that is incorrect. I said, there's another one. He goes by the name of Ray Charles, who actually, this state of Georgia, the state song is his, called Georgia. So just a great conversation. But I say that, Sifu, based on the fact of vision, bro. My favorite album cover of all times, my good brother, is Stevie Wonder, Inner Visions. That I have it in here. I won't go digging for it right now, but Stevie's eyes are open, and you can see the rays coming out of his eyes as the inner vision. And that's what I think about, brother, when I think about the other key aspect and word of our topic today is future.
Right.
Stevie is showing the depiction of looking into the future, looking at, God, looking at so many different aspects that
Right.
our vision, man. But what happens when you lose it?
Oof.
What happens if you lose vision? Other senses heighten, brother. The hearing now all of a sudden comes much more important. So, bro, it's a pleasure, man. Like, man, can I just be myself, Sifu, in terms of just saying, man, this is exciting, brother. Unified leadership is exciting, dog. I'm used to speaking Marine Corps doctrine, Marine Corps spirit, Marine Corps, and that's fine, brother. But I love speaking unified leadership, bro, because it's so godly and it's so interconnected. And when I think of the vision you and I have and the vision that we've set forth, Sifu, like I told you in the text message a day or so ago, bro, we are in alignment with God.
We are.
And some can come by and partake with this, and maybe they want to hear more of a specific aspect of leadership without talking about, that one key central theme for us, which is being unified with God, unified with love, unified in intellect, unified in the greatness that we share amongst one another. There's so many different people we know. Just on, roll call, we're talking about mental health. I saw you come through. I appreciate it because I feel that unified feeling in that moment. As soon as I saw Brother Sifu Rafael in the chat, I was like, yeah, man, that's all the way around. That feels perfection whole. So, and then the truth, it's that real light. So, man, I just, again, brother, like, and you're from New York. Like that, like that, just that by itself, man. Like, you have to understand, for some of us, everybody has their vision of how they see people. My vision of you and seeing you rolling through the streets of New York City in that van, knowing the back streets, knowing the side alleyways, knowing where to park. You have to be a special individual to be in New York City. I know for you it may be, well, I've been here, predominantly my entire life, so I'm used to it. It's easy, T.O. But for us coming from out of town, coming from the South, coming from Midwest, coming from the West, and we're there with you, we feel that unification of we're taken care of. And I really appreciate that in you, brother, because again, you can go to some places and you don't feel taken care of. You could go to some places and you almost wish you didn't go. Shout out to Emilio Roman, man. Unified leadership, bro.
No doubt.
So I appreciate you for that, because it's, again, and I just wish I could take everybody with me and show them, man, like, hey, this is what it is right here. Like, we're
Let's
brothers.
do it. Hey, March 13th through the 15th. Let's do it. We're in New York City. We're going to do some incredible things. We're going to have some incredible workshops. But I got to tell you, I love that you brought up Soul Train, because that was so much. Everybody would be dancing down the alley, right?
Yes.
If you think of it. I got to tell you, it was such a unique show. and it brought different artists into it.
Yes.
And it showed people dancing, and it showed some great music, and it showed some great collaboration, if you will. And I think that show needs to come back.
Yeah,
or
man.
a version of it, right? It can't
Some
be the
version
same
of it,
thing. It's got to
yes.
be a different version of it. But I got to tell you that particular, you felt it was perfect. It was Soul Train because you felt your soul. You felt
that
the vibe. It was so beautiful. And one of the things that I want to say, and including if you think of that show, right? Vision isn't what you say once; it's what you reinforce daily. And every time I saw that show, I felt alive.
Yes.
So reinforcing what we have, that vision is it has to be reinforced every single day. And just like I said earlier, every morning when we wake up, we have to know our vision. We can't just get up and go, oh, whatever happens. No,
you can't do it, bro.
And when do you start that vision? You start that vision the night before so that you know that your tomorrows are going to be certain ways. I knew that we were doing this show. We knew ahead of time, right? So we have this vision that we're doing this show every Friday. We have a theme of leadership, of unify. It's not just leadership, because here's the thing, right? Leaders see proof because the vision is so strong.
Yeah, it's vivid. It's vividly clear. Yes.
And it just removes all the guesswork. And it helps you when you have a vivid and clear vision. It helps you lead as a leader.
Yes.
Because who's going to follow somebody who doesn't have a vision? It's like, yeah, let's just do whatever.
Right.
That doesn't work, right?
It doesn't. And another thing too, Sifu, from the perspective of the warrior spirit, I remember being in Japan when the Marine Corps really started getting hot and heavy for that particular season and time on riot control. Whatever contingencies were happening across the world, the Marine Corps really started putting a lot of emphasis on riot control. And I got selected as one of the senior guys in my shop to go to I can't think of the name of the training, but anyway, the emphasis of the training is riot control. You know, they give us the riot gear, you know, the knee covers and all the different stuff, baton sticks and everything. And man, they said, well, a big part of this, as you know, a lot of times the crowd, the disruptive crowd, they may have mace too. So we're gonna OC spray you. And everybody's like, ah, man, all the horror stories, Sifu, about that OC spray. And man, we're out there, man, and they had a Marine in a big monadnock suit, looked like the Michelin Man. He's on the tail end, right? And you stand there, are you ready? Yes. Man, they take that OC spray and they're spread on your forehead. And as you moving and going throughout the course, it's just steadily streaming down into your eyes. Oh man, the first station, you go up and they had a pad and you're punching the pad and you got to keep screaming, get back, get back, get back. And then you got a guide. So say you're going through a Sifu, I'm guiding you, to make sure you don't get off course, because literally, bro, your vision is completely gone. Like you can't even, and I'm screaming at you, open your eyes, open your eyes. Every time you open your eyes, it burns more and more and more and more. But you're going through this course and you gotta fight. You gotta fight back. The next course you're doing knee strikes, boom, with the pad, knee strikes. And then from there, we're off to the next station. You get there, we got you, fighting with the baton stick, blah blah blah. But the culmination of it is the Marine in the monadnock suit, bro. You have to fight and get through him to end the course, Sifu. If you don't fight and get through him, you got to go back through it again. Not the same day because the OC spray is so potent, but they're sending you can't graduate from the actual course, the riot control course, unless you finish that portion of fighting with the OC spray. It makes me think about the vision because I remember going through it, how painful it was. And you're tired, bro, because you're tired from all the strikes and the knee strikes. And then by the time you get to that monadnock suit, oh man, and you got the baton, you really got to fight. And he's coming at you. He's trying to grab you, Sifu, slam you to the ground. But those are the moments, man, that I look back at and I say, wow, man, what was the key light bulb lessons extracted from that? One, you know, like you said, brother, if your vision is cloudy, you know, for one, if you have someone with you that's guiding you, that understands that same vision, that's locked into that dang on vision, you could get through. If you're going through, you know, these aspects of you know, sometimes the vision changes based on certain things, got it. But the goal is to be, you know, fluid in ensuring that the mindset's locked in, that I know 100%. And I told you last night, Sifu, and I got to say it, brother, short-winded, man. You know, a lot of times I think about certain things and I'm just like, man, it's too much gonna hurt me. What do I mean by that? Like, it's too much, sometimes too much on our plate, you know, can really be less. You know, I hear the thought process, and I'd like to know what you think about it, Sifu. I hear the thought process in the coaching space a lot of if everything is a priority, nothing's a priority.
That's correct.
If you have all these different things and you're doing all these different things at a constant level, something's going to give. You may not be able to give your full capacity to each one of those particular things, but if you dial back and you just focus on that one thing, I heard Dr. Reed talk about it. If you focus on the one thing and you put all your effort and energy into that one thing, then you have a better propensity of coming out, you know, in a much better position down the road. I have yet been able to do that. And why is that? Because leadership to me is required in so many different spaces, so many different situations. And not to say to overextend in all these different things. However, that's how I operate, bro. I'm used to the chaotic, controlled chaos, if that makes sense. Controlled chaos. But what's your thoughts to that, brother?
Well, think about this, right? Motivation excites people and they do things, they move forward, but true vision stabilizes. Think of it that way, right? Because I could be motivated to do 500 things.
Right.
But if I have a vision and I know that my vision is going to take me to this particular point in my life, in my business, in my relationships, I have to follow the vision. Because I could be motivated to do everything.
Right.
But I have to be so tunnel vision, if you will, that I have to. This is why, if you ever see horses who are racing, right? They go to the races. Why is it that the horses have to have blinders on? They put these things on them because if they don't have a vision of where they're going, they're going to go everywhere. They're going to turn left. They're going to turn right. They're going to go everywhere. So think about this, right? And this is particular to what we're talking about today, because borrowed vision creates borrowed commitment. If I am going on this person's vision, that person's vision, this vision, that vision, I am committing to their vision, their mission. So this is why we created unified leadership. It's with one vision to bring leadership to the forefront of what we are doing. So our mission, our vision has unified. Because you're right. Listen, if I said, Theo, this is my vision, you got to come on my bandwagon. You got to get in the back seat and I'm driving and you don't know where I'm going. You have no idea. And you're in for the ride. Now, I can take you through a good neighborhood. I can take you through a bad neighborhood. I can take you through as many road bumps as there are. I can speed. I can slow down. I can drive like a maniac.
You can crash.
I can crash, right?
That's right.
I can take you through fast food. I can take you through a car wash. I can take you through snow, sleet, all these different things. I can take you to places you didn't want to go. Right. But if we sat down and we said, hey, listen, I'm going to drive for 2 hours. You're going to drive for 2 hours. This is where we're going. Now we have a clear vision, a mission. And if you will, that's a statement of we're in this together.
Yeah, that's the unification, right?
That's where we change. Everything changes, because when we created unified leadership, it wasn't just my vision. It wasn't just your vision. We had an idea that we needed to do something together. Yeah, right? We knew that. Sir. We knew that from get-go. What was it? We didn't figure it out. And then we started talking and talking, and the vision started getting. So we took a dirty glass and we cleaned it. Right. And we kept cleaning it. And it's going to get dirty again. I'm going to be super honest, because that's what life does. People are going to come, they're going to put dirt on it. They're going to throw stuff on it. We got to keep cleaning. And the more diligent we are to cleaning that mirror, or not even mirror, that glass, so we can see through, that is how we will continue with our vision, with our mission. We need to set clear standards and boundaries too. Yeah, because if we don't create boundaries, people are going to come and try to pull us here. Come over here, do this with us, do this. But our vision is pretty clear. We know that March 13th through the 15th, we're doing an event in New York City. We're going to do it in Long Island, but we're also going to go out from Long Island. We're going to go to New York City. We're going to do an excursion. We're going to do an experience. And yeah, we may be driving, we may be taking the train, but we're going to have a game plan. That's right. And here's the thing that's going to stop people from coming. They are going to, are you ready for this? Yes. They're going to procrastinate. Oh, yeah. They're going to say, well, I got to think about it. People who have to think about it already made a decision. What they're deciding is, let me think on how I can tell them I'm not going. When we make a decision, it should be solid. And listen, I'm a big boy. You can tell me I'm not coming. I'm good with that, right? I can take a no as easily as I can take a yes. A yes is just going to unify what we're all doing together. So the problem in society is that people don't always make a decision. They procrastinate. They wait to see what everybody else is doing. You've been to dinner with a bunch of people, right? Yes. And everybody is like, what are you having? What are you having? What are you having? What are you going to eat? What are you doing? And when it comes time to order their food, what do? I need more time. Yeah. I need more time. And then when they come, they order something and they didn't make the right decision. They didn't do what felt right. And then they complain because they got the wrong food. Wow. So make a decision that's going to define you as a person, as a human being, as a father, if you are one, as a spouse, if you're one, and it's not just for men, but if you're a wife, be the best wife, right? Be the decision maker of your own life. If you allow other people to make your decisions for you, you're going to be lost. Right. You're going to be so lost. It's going to be ridiculous. And then you don't know what to do. How do I handle this? I think we need to be very vision motivated. Yes. And I'm encouraging everybody who wants to get into the right room with us, come join us March 13th through the 15th. And you go, oh, I can't make it on the 13th. I'm not coming. No, you can still come on the 14th and the 15th.
That's
So
right.
you can do a 3-day excursion with us, or you can do a 2-day excursion with us. The choice is yours.
Yeah, man. It's
And guess what?
exciting. It's
We
really
even
exciting.
have the website for you guys to join us, right? So, and it's going to be updated a little bit. So it's sifurafael.com/unified. It's that simple.
Yes.
Can't get more simple than that.
What are some of the things you think block individuals, man, from their breakthrough? Let's break it down even more clear.
Sure.
March 13th through the 15th, New York. We're coming together, leadership, hands-on. You're really walking away with, hey, I'm a better leader right now for the 2-3 days. Like you said, if I could only get there for a day, 2 days or whatnot, I'm walking away as a better leader for being in this moment, being in this environment. What blocks and stops people from actually executing Sifu?
They don't see the vision of themselves. They see other people. And a lot of times people look at someone and go, man, how come they're so successful? How come they have this? How come they
It's a
have
big one.
that? Bum,
It's a
bum,
big
bum,
one.
bum. And all they do is complain. It's like, oh man, I don't like this person because they're way better than me or they have more than me. And da, da, da. So it's a complain. Stop complaining and
Yeah, man.
start gaining. You are the driver to your own destiny.
Yes.
Listen, God already wrote our destiny. But the whole real mission is, are we listening to that destiny? Are we listening to the call? Every day you should wake up and say, how is this day going to fulfill my purpose? And so we lack making a decision because we are not sure. We don't have what? Faith.
It's a big
Faith.
one. Yes, sir.
Faith is what? Faith is blind.
Yes.
We can't see faith. You can't touch faith. Faith is a belief. A belief in, if you believe in God, absolutely. If you don't believe in God, at least you believe, right? So there's a belief, right? If you're Muslim, you have faith. If you're Jewish, you have faith. We need faith. But before we can have outside faith, we have to have internal faith.
Yeah, bro.
Because if we're made in God's image, then God lives in us. So we have to have faith in us because we are made perfect. Pio, you're made perfect, brother.
Man.
I'm made perfect. Everybody watching us, or who's going to watch on the repeat, is made perfectly. The problem that we have is that we look in the mirror and we start complaining. I don't like my nose. I don't like my ears. I don't like my chin. I don't like my whatever. Maybe I got a little bit of acne. Maybe I don't like my whatever. I don't like the extra weight I put on. Those are outside things. Those are things pulling and pulling us apart. We have to start looking deep and saying, when I look in the mirror, I did it this morning. I said, man, not only are you handsome, but you're God's gift.
Yes, sir.
And you're smart and you're dedicated and you give. You're a giver.
Yeah.
You're not a taker. Don't get me wrong. I like receiving, but I don't take.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference. Don't be a taker, be a receiver. And only receive when it's worthy of receiving, right? Because sometimes people are going to want to give you things, and sometimes you have to go, I can't.
Right. It's true.
Listen, when I was younger, I was offered drugs left and right.
Yeah.
And I made a choice not to take them.
That's right.
Because some of my other friends made the choice to take them. And could I have taken them? Absolutely.
Right.
But I said, do I want that feeling that they have? Because they looked happy, man. I got to tell you, they were happy. They were laughing. And I said, do I want that? Or can I have that without the substance? So a lot of people sometimes, when they look at me, because you've seen me, I am full of energy. And people usually say to me, what are you on? You know what I say? I'm on life.
That's right.
I am, and I want you to be contagious to life. Right? I want you to be attracted to life, because life is the most beautiful thing that we have. It's a gift.
Yes. Oh, man.
God gave it to us. So don't abuse it. And for my friends, I haven't seen them since high school, right? I was in a pizzeria store, in a pizzeria with 6 friends. It was 6 of us total. And one of them pulled out cocaine.
Oh, no.
And he had everybody put it on their gums or whatnot. And they were like, oh, that's numb. So the only time I ever did anything is I put it on my tip of my tongue, just a tiny, and it made my tongue a little numb. And I'm like, ooh.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's not fun, isn't it? I'm like, no, I don't like that feeling. I said, if I can't feel, am I alive?
Oh, man.
So that was the only time I ever did, if you will, cocaine. I really didn't do it. I didn't snort it. I just a tiny little, just on my tongue, and I didn't like the feeling. But all my other friends did it. And this kid, it was his dad that was pushing the drugs through him.
Oh, wow.
So here's what happened, right? His dad's vision was blurred because he wanted his son to push the drugs on all of us, high schoolers.
Wow.
And everybody that he was trying to push these drugs on was on the swim team. I was the one that was helping them with their diving, right? Because I used to do the gymnastics part. So I was hanging out with these guys. About 4 weeks later, maybe 5 weeks later, the police came to the school. My friend is leaving in handcuffs because he was dealing throughout the whole school. And eventually they found out it wasn't really him, it was his dad.
Yeah, his pops. Wow.
But the whole thing is, we need to understand that when somebody gives you something for free that's really, really unbelievable, you need to question it, because he was offering us drugs as much as we wanted, anytime. Just help me push it to your friends, push it. So he was going to try to make us drug dealers too. And I was like, yeah, I'm out. I'm not interested. But here's the thing. Every day we have a vision. Somebody's going to come and try to kidnap us from our vision. They're going to try to blur the lines.
That's right.
And anything we do will blur the lines for us. So you need to stand behind the standards, because your vision needs to be clear. This is why I said, Tio, people are going to come along, man. And you even said it to me. You said there's wolves in sheep's skin.
That's a fact, brother.
And you texted that to me, and I was in agreement with you, because we don't know. People will come in, they'll say beautiful things, they'll say great things, and then behind, they'll be saying things, they'll be doing things.
Yes.
So where do we make the right decisions for our life? First, we need the vision. If we don't have the vision, we cannot create the life that we want to see back on. 30 years from now, we can look back at what you and I have created. Unified leadership. That song, the lyrics, the sound, that all came because we have a vision. Right. And I know I kind of put it together, but it wasn't just me, it was us. Because we spent like 3 hours figuring getting to the right song, right? We had different versions of it, but not till this particular version. I gotta tell you, you're riled up because of it. I'm riled up because of it. And I gotta tell you, every time that we get together, I gotta tell you, man, I feel this energy between you and me.
Yeah, it's real, man. It's our light. You know, we like you said, man, you're a giver. In every sense of the word, you're a giver, bro. Every sense of the word, you want to see the best in others. You want to see the best in the situations. And that's why I love being in your presence, brother, because you're a genuine person. You're a real dude. Like, you're authentic. Yeah, I consider myself the same. Like, I've seen too much to be out here on some fakeness, bro. Like, I've experienced too much. You know, you talked about touching that coke and a little numbness, man. I was actually on it all the way full throttle live.
I know you were.
And it's like you said, you being a giver, you gave to yourself and was like, no, I don't like this feeling. This is not it. Whereas for me, it was like, okay, everybody else is doing it, so I guess, it ain't gonna kill me if I do it too.
Right.
Not to say that I don't have a giving heart or giving spirit, but it's just
it got muddied. It got muddy because of the people you were around. That's all.
Yeah, it got muddy. And we were saying, down in Florida, we're mud men under divine dominion. And how do we cast that out, which is another key word of today's topic, casting. I love to fish, Sifu. Dad, being an old country boy, taught me how to fish at a very young age. And that was my therapy, just fishing. And we lived close to a golf course. And this golf course was untapped because it's a golf course. So nobody was thinking to fish. And I would sneak down there at night, cast it out. Once you hear that bad boy hit that water, and it's pitch dark. I got a little flashlight, a little moonbeam down here.
Wow.
I'm just steady and slowly, and boom, pull it in. I'm talking nice largemouth bass.
Really?
And I would throw them back in because it was, it was straight up, and it was sport. It was like, I know they're in here, so every time I need to come back for this therapeutic feeling, I know they're in here. Even to the point, like explorers and scientists, I wanted to catch the same bass over and over. I didn't know particularly how to market, but all I'm saying, and I gotta run, Sifu. My wife has this thing over here. I gotta make sure I get over there, brother. I don't want to end this convo because it's so good, bro. Like this is therapeutic. Cast the vision, lead the future. Sifu hit it, man. I'm just glad I could just sit back and just listen to the guru, you know what I'm saying, and hear your perspective on these things. And you hit it, man. You talked about, looking within, knowing when we look in the mirror, man, I am great. The affirmations, I can execute this vision. I can implement the things that are necessary for me to move forward in the future of my life. And if you're out there listening to us today, you could be a multi-millionaire business owner. You could be trying to figure out how you're going to come up with money to get something to eat this afternoon. Wherever you are, please understand this. One, go back and listen to what Sifu taught today, because he really taught. We're not just on here just talking, having a good leisure conversation. This is real teaching. Stop by Instagram. See Sifu on Instagram. I think you're on the Speaking Prowess on Instagram. Every single day, He's dropping lessons every single day. He's looking straight in the dang on camera. Nothing going on in the background, no distractions, straight down the pipe, measured, calculated lessons that could help you move forward today, on into tomorrow and the next day. So many other shows throughout the week, so many different bars being dropped, gems being given. Take advantage of it, and put it to use is all I would say. And lastly, with the Stevie Wonder inner vision, he said inner vision for a reason, because it, as Sifu said, it starts within. It starts within, and I'm just grateful, Sifu. I love you, man, wholeheartedly. We don't talk on the phone every single day, all throughout the day, but man, just know every single day my spirit is with you, brother, wholeheartedly. And I know you're a busy man. I'm busy, but we find our time to come together, make our vision clear, plain, and we shoot for it. And trust me, you all get to New York, hit me up. Call me 770-383-1967. TOClaire@lightbulblessons.com. Send the email. It's okay to ask about it. Well, give me more information on this New York thing, T.O. What is it like? Talk to me. What are you and Sifu really doing up there? Trust me, I will let you know 100%, answer any questions, and give you that warm and fuzzy of why. Because it's the vision, and it's one of many. So I thank you, Sifu, for being patient with me this morning and having the vision to carry us, bro. And that's what I love, man. As leaders, a lot of times we get so used to carrying everyone else, but it's refreshing to be carried from time to time within that same vision, and you carry us, brother. Y'all publicly said, man, you do so many things behind the scenes, bro, putting these things together, verbiage. There's so many things that you do that, let's be real, brother, you don't have to do. But you do it because you're a real leader. That's what real leaders do.
Think of this, right? And this is a question for everybody listening, right? And we can leave it with this because I know you have to go.
Yeah.
But what vision are you casting when no one is watching?
That's a big one, bro.
What vision are you casting for your life, for your relationships, for your business, for your legacy when no one is watching? I encourage everybody to join us March 13th through the 15th. And if you can only come to one day, we'll take you for one day, because guess what? You're not just going to walk away. You're going to leave with substance.
Yeah.
We're not going to let you walk away. So go to sifurafael.com/unify or call Coach Tio. Here's the thing, right? I love the end of his phone number, 1967. It had to be a great year.
Yes. It's trust me, man. It's all in alignment, brother. It is. Man, great show today, man. I'm going back to watch this one a little bit later and really dissect the things that you said, man, because it's real. If you want to grow, you want to move forward, you want the future, which is tomorrow, to look different than you see it as of today, you gotta implement and do the specific things that's going to drive that freaking thing forward. So I love you, bro, and I appreciate you, man.
Love you, man. Absolutely. Everybody, do me a favor. Watch this again if you need to, or share it with somebody who needs to hear today's message. And bring somebody with you to our event, Unified Leadership in New York. It's going to be epic. You gotta be in the room.
Yes.
All right. God bless you, brother.
Peace, brother.
Enjoy, everybody. Listen to the song at the end. You're going to enjoy it.
Yes.
Unified leadership. Let's move. Let's lead. Let's ride. Unified